You think I don't see it. The way you dropped your shoulders when you walked through the door today. The way you laughed at a joke but your heart wasn't in it. You think I'm up here too busy with galaxies and stars to notice the small crack in your voice when you said I'm fine. But I am not the God of far away. I am the God of right here. And I see your pain. Not the polished version you showed to the world. Not the I'll pray about it later kind of pain. I see the raw, messy, 3 a.m. kind of hurt that you don't even have words for anymore. The kind that just sits on your chest. Let's talk about that, you and me. Just for a minute. The weight you carry. You are tired. I know you are tired. Not the I need a nap tired. The deep tired. The kind that lives in your bones. The tired that comes from trying to fix yourself and failing. From trying to hold your family together. From trying to be strong for everyone else while you are quietly falling apart inside. I see you sitting in your car before you go into the house. I see you scrolling through your phone at midnight because you don't want to face the silence. Because the silence is too loud with all the things you are worried about. Let me ask you something. When did you start believing that you had to be perfect for me to love you? Was it a preacher? A parent? A boss who told you that you weren't enough? Let me clear the air right now. You are not a project. You are my child. You know, people look at the outside. They see your job, your smile, your social media posts. But I look at the inside. I see the tears you wiped away before anyone noticed. I see the prayers you stopped praying because you felt like they were bouncing off the ceiling. I see the anxiety that wakes you up at 4 a.m. with a racing heart. That anxiety? Give it to me. I have big hands. I can hold it. The loneliness lie. There is a lie you have been believing. It is a nasty little whisper that says, nobody understands. You are alone in this room. You are alone in this fight. That whisper is a liar. My name is not nobody. My name is I am. Did you think I clock out at 5 p.m.? Do you think I sleep? I am the God who counts the hairs on your head. Do you know how ridiculous that is? You lose hair in the shower, you find it on your pillow, you pull it out when you are stressed. And still, I keep count. Not because I am a bookkeeper, but because every single detail of you matters to me. You feel lonely. I understand that feeling. But you are not alone. Look, you have people around you who don't get it. Maybe they tell you to cheer up. Maybe they tell you that you just need more faith. That hurts, doesn't it? When someone says, just pray more. While you are drowning? That is not me talking. That is religion talking. Religion adds weight. I remove it. When you are lying in the dark and you cannot sleep, that is when I pull my chair closest to your bed. You don't have to speak. You don't have to have the right theology. You don't even have to know what to pray. Just breathe. Heartbreak and the missing old you. My God, I miss the old me. I hear that prayer every single second of every single day. I hear it from the mom who used to be full of life but is now just exhausted. I hear it from the man who used to be confident but got rejected one too many times. I hear it from the teenager who looks in the mirror and doesn't recognize the sad eyes looking back. You missed the version of you that wasn't hurt yet. I get that. But here is the secret you aren't ready for yet. The old you? They were cute. They were innocent. But they were not strong. You are walking through the fire right now. You think I am punishing you? No. I am burning the chains off of you. Pain is not punishment. Pain is often the only thing loud enough to get your attention in a noisy world. You are heartbroken. Maybe a relationship ended. Maybe a friendship shattered. Maybe a dream died. You feel like a house that was hit by a storm, windows blown out, roof leaking. You think the house is ruined. I look at that house and I say, finally, now I can rebuild it the right way. Without the cracks I didn't put there. When you don't know what to pray anymore. Let's be real for a second. You have tried to pray. You really have. You folded your hands. You closed your eyes. You used all the fancy words you learned in church. Father God, we just come before you. And then your mind went blank. Or worse, you opened your mouth and nothing came out. Not because you don't believe, but because you are just so tired of asking for the same thing over and over again. God, heal this. God, fix that. God, change them. God, change me. You are tired of your own voice. I am not tired of it. Here is a strange thought. You don't actually have to pray to me. You can just sit with me. Have you ever tried that? Just sitting on the floor. No agenda. No prayer list. No Bible verse of the day. Just you breathing and me listening. Do you know what I did for Elijah when he wanted to die? He ran into a cave, scared and depressed. He told me he was done. He was the only prophet left. Everyone was trying to kill him. He was being dramatic, sure, but he was also hurting. I didn't give him a lecture. I didn't give him a 5-step plan for happiness. I gave him a snack. I let him sleep. And then I spoke in a whisper. I am still whispering right now. You don't need to perform for me. That is the beauty of grace. Grace is getting love you did not earn. You cannot mess this up. You cannot lose your salvation because you had a bad day. You cannot bore me. I made the universe in 6 days. I have patience, anxiety, and a racing mind. Let's talk about anxiety. That friend who overstays their welcome. That voice that says, "What if? What if? What if? What if I lose my job? What if they leave me? What if I never figure out my purpose? What if I die alone?" Click, click, click. The train of worry keeps running on the tracks in your head at 2 a.m. I want you to imagine something. Imagine you are holding a remote control, and you press the mute button. Just for 2 minutes. Those scary thoughts are still on the screen. They are moving their mouths. But you cannot hear them anymore. That is what my peace does. It doesn't always remove the storm. Sometimes, it just quiets the noise inside you. You are trying to control everything. That is exhausting. You are trying to predict the future. That is impossible. You are trying to make people like you. That is a trap. I am the only one who knows the future. And spoiler alert, you win. Not because you are strong, but because I am holding you. When you feel panic rising, that tight chest, that sweaty palm feeling, I want you to whisper something. Just say, "Help." That is it. One word. Help. That is a prayer. And I answer that prayer faster than you can blink. I will send a deep breath. I will send a memory of a happy time. I will send a second of silence in your brain. Look for it. That is me knocking. Masculinity, discipline, and the strong man. And to the man listening. The one who feels like he has to be a rock but is crumbling inside. The one who thinks crying is weakness. The one who is battling things he cannot tell his buddies about. I made you. I made your emotions. I made tears. I made David, the greatest warrior, cry like a baby on his bed because he was lonely. I called him a man after my own heart. Not because he was perfect, but because he was real. You don't have to fix everything tonight. The world puts a weight on you that says, provide, perform, protect, never break. I say, rest. I am your provider. I am your protector. And you can break in front of me. Discipline is not about never feeling pain. Discipline is about trusting me when you do feel it. It takes more courage to kneel than to fight. It takes more strength to say, "I need help," than to pretend you don't. You are losing your identity to a job that doesn't love you back. You are losing your peace to a phone that never stops buzzing. You are losing your joy to a mirror that criticizes you. Come back to the beginning. You were not made to be a machine. You were made to be a son. Sons get loved even when they mess up. Sons get hugged even when they smell bad. Sons get to come home. You can come home. Healing is not a straight line. I know you want me to snap my fingers and fix it. I know you are begging for a miracle. You want to wake up tomorrow and feel nothing. No sadness. No ache. No confusion. I could do that. I am God. I could make the pain vanish instantly. But sometimes I don't. And you want to know why? Because you wouldn't learn who you are in the struggle. And you would forget who I am in the rescue. Healing is not a straight line. You take 2 steps forward, and then you have a bad day and fall 3 steps back. You wake up feeling great, and then a song comes on the radio, and suddenly you are crying in the grocery store parking lot. That is not a failure. That is healing. Scars are not ugly. Scars are proof that you survived something that tried to kill you. I don't look at your broken heart and see a mess. I look at your broken heart and see where I get to put my light. You ask, God, why did this happen? I don't always answer the why, because the why will keep you stuck in the past. I want to talk about the what now? What now? You get up. You brush your teeth. You drink water. You go outside and feel the sun on your face. You do the next small thing. The big picture? That is my job. You just have to do today. And you don't even have to do today perfectly. You just have to do today with me. You are worried about your purpose. You think you missed the boat. You think you are too old, too broken, or too late. Let me tell you a secret. Your purpose is not a building. It is not a career. It is not a spouse. Your purpose is to be loved by me and to love others. That is it. Everything else, your job, your hobbies, your money, those are just the rooms you walk through. You are not a human doing. You are a human being. Stop trying to earn your worth. You have worth because I made you. A painter doesn't look at their painting and say, "You have to be famous to be valuable." No. The painter looks at the painting and says, "You exist. Therefore you matter. I am the painter. You are the painting. And I do not make junk." The confusion you feel? The "I don't know what to do with my life" panic? That is actually a gift. Because when you don't know the way, you finally look up and ask for directions. I have been holding the map the whole time. You just kept trying to drive without me. For the anxious heart before sleep. You are listening to this right now because you cannot sleep. Your brain is running a marathon. You are replaying every mistake you made today. Every dumb thing you said 5 years ago. Every bill you haven't paid. Every text they didn't reply to. Stop the tape. Right now. In this moment. You are safe. There is no monster under the bed. There is no enemy outside your window. There is just me. And I am bigger than your past. I am bigger than your debt. I am bigger than your ex. I am bigger than that diagnosis. I want you to try something. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Thump. 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 That is not an accident. That is me, right now, keeping you alive. I didn't give you this breath so you could waste it on worry. I gave you this breath so you could rest in my arms. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to say, "I don't have the strength to fight anymore." Because when you drop your weapons, when you stop swinging at the air, when you finally fall face down on the floor, that is when I pick you up. I carry you. I am the good shepherd. Sheep don't navigate. Sheep just follow. And when a sheep falls down and cannot get up, The shepherd doesn't yell. The shepherd lifts them. Let me lift you. The missing old me? I want to go back to that prayer. God, I miss the old me. What exactly do you miss? The ignorance? The innocence before life hit you? You cannot go backward. That is not how time works. But you can go deeper. The old you was fragile. The new you? The one being forged in this fire? That you is unbreakable. That you knows pain. That you knows how to cry. That you also knows how to get back up. You haven't lost yourself. You are shedding a skin that didn't fit anymore. It hurts to shed. It is itchy. It is uncomfortable. But underneath that old, dead skin is a version of you that is closer to who I actually made you to be. Stop grieving the past. Start trusting the process. A letter just for you. If I wrote you a letter tonight, it would say this. My child, stop being so hard on yourself. You are walking a path you have never walked before. Of course you are scared. Of course you are tripping. I am not disappointed in you. I am proud of you. Look at you. You are still here. You got knocked down 100 times, and you are still breathing. That is not weakness. That is my strength in your bones. I know you feel like you are failing, but you are not failing. You are learning. And learning is messy. It involves spilled milk and burnt toast and saying the wrong thing. Relax. The universe is in my hands. Your tiny life is safe in my pocket. You are worried about that person who left. I have someone better, or I have a plan to heal that wound so deeply that you will thank me for the pain one day. I don't say that to be mean. I say it because I see the ending. You only see the middle. The middle is always confusing. Tonight I want you to rest. Not just sleep. Rest. The kind of rest where you stop trying to fix everyone. The kind of rest where you forgive yourself for not being perfect. The kind of rest where you let me be God for a few hours. You don't have to wake up with all the answers. Just wake up. I will be there with coffee. I love you. Not the you that you pretend to be. The real you. The messy you. The you that is hiding right now. Come out. Let me hold you. God. You are about to close your eyes. Before you do, I want you to know one thing absolutely for sure. Nothing you do will make me love you more. Nothing you have done will make me love you less. I am not keeping score. I am not holding grudges. I am not waiting for you to mess up so I can punish you. That is not who I am. That is who religion told you I was. I am a father. And a father runs toward the child who is limping home. He doesn't ask for an explanation. He just throws a party. Your pain has an expiration date. It feels forever, but it is not. Morning is coming. Joy always shows up in the morning. It might not be tomorrow morning, but it is on the way. Until then, you hold on to me, and I will hold on to you. Rest now. You have fought enough for one day. You have cried enough for one day. You have worried enough for one day. Close your eyes. Let the sound of the rain, or the silence, or the fan, or whatever is in your room, just be a blanket over your mind. I am watching over you. I never sleep. So you can. Good night, my child.